Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Misty Elam, and I'm going to show you how I made this kind of masculine card. This was a custom card I did for someone. They had an employee that was leaving, so that's why it says "You've been amazing" on the front and "We will miss you" on the inside. I used a couple Tim Holtz products to make this card, starting with the paper. It's Tim Holtz Ideology 8x8 pattern paper. It's called Paper Stash, and it's a really good pad of paper to have for masculine cards. It's just got some, I don't know, some really cool, almost textured looking paper. That's kind of why I did the embossing folder for the background. It already looks textured, but I used a Tim Holtz embossing folder. I don't know what it's called. It has like a brick look to it. It's got some cracks in it and some places where it's missing bricks, but it just kind of went with this paper. The paper, like I said, already looked textured, so this just kind of gave it that texture. So that was what I used for the background. And for the vertical strip of the dark brown, I used some paper from the same paper pad, just a kind of a dark chocolate brown, and it looked like it had I don't know, like crackling to it. I don't know how to describe it, but it just looked really cool. So I used My Favorite Things vertical stitched strips to make this little strip right here. And then using some paper from the same Tim Holtz paper pad, I cut out some circles using a stitched circle. I can't remember where I got this die, but I mean, everywhere makes them. I know Simon Says Stamp makes a stitched circle, so does Fawn, and I think I got mine from My Favorite Things. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I'm just gluing down what I have done here, my little strip, and I love this paper pack. I really do. So the front circle, the circle that's a little bit bigger, was it's just like a dictionary page, so it has some words and their definition on it. And then that smaller circle there is just a really light blue striped piece of paper. But I liked them together. It looked good. So I'm just going to use my stamp runner here and get these puppies glued on. And I went ahead and cut out this word "amazing" with this really pretty like navy blue cardstock. I love the color. But it's from My Favorite Things. The sentiment and this die are from My Favorite Things. It's called Amazing. It has some really cool sentiments on it. And then I decided just to do a little banner for the top part of the sentiment, the part that says "You've been." I'm going to heat emboss it, so I'm just using my anti-static tool. And there's the stamp set from My Favorite Things. It has quite a few, as you can see. And then it also has the amazing, the words if you didn't want to purchase the amazing die. The sentiment I chose says "You've been amazing," so I just had to mask off the word "amazing." I know some people cut their stamps and they say that you can just put them back together on a acrylic block here and have it look the same, but I just cannot bring myself to cut my stamps. Just can't do it. So I just make a little more work for myself and mask off the amazing part. And then I'll use some Versamark. Got my big noggin in the way there. And key point here is to make sure you take off that masking tape before you try to stamp it. I don't know how many times I've done this and I've masked off a word and then I forget to take the tape off and then I get a big old black mark or something on my whatever it is I'm doing. Alright, so I'm just heating it with my heating tool here. I just realized when I was editing this that I seem to have lost some footage somehow. It was just of me putting on the copper embossing powder, but I have no idea where it went. I guess this is a good time to let you know I am trying out a new editing program. I'm used to using iMovie, and I'm trying out Adobe Premiere Pro. So I apologize now for my videos and this video, and I apologize ahead of time for future videos. I'm trying, I'm learning. I'm self-teaching myself with the good old Google, but I'm slowly learning. So I'm sure will notice in this video that sometimes my scenes jump from one scene to the next without my wonderful handy dandy cross dissolve that I love to use. I'm working on it though. Hopefully I will get the hang of it soon. So if you have any tips for me or any constructive criticism, I am totally open to that. Let me back up for a second here really quick. I have to tell you about that glue pen I was just using. It's the Zig 2-way squeeze and roll glue pen. There it is right there. This is a really great glue pen to use for intricate dies or, even this amazing die here. I love using, I have different glues for different things. I love the multimedia matte. I love the glossy accents. My Tombow Mono liquid glue are all great glues, but for these little dies, I really like using this glue pen. Dries quick, but you have a little bit of time to move it around, and it doesn't show through, and it's just a really great glue pen. Highly recommend it. I added some fun foam behind the banner, and I added a little white stitched border. It was looking kind of plain Jane, so now I'm just going to add some twine. I wrapped around, I don't know, what is that, 4 or 5 times, I think? I love this twine. It's really easy to work with. I'll put links to all the items I used in the description below. Just giving it a tie. I realized that I got a test for you. Count how many times I say "so" in this video. Must be my nervous go-to word. I'm going to try not to say it anymore now. It's going to be hard. Okay, here I'm going to add a couple copper brads. Trying to measure them out. For some reason, every time I put brads on and I measure them and they're exactly the same, they're always crooked. They're never straight across. I don't know why. I'm thinking something on the back of the brad is not lined up right. It's gotta be. Can't be my measurements. I think these copper brads tie in the copper sentiment perfectly. Which looks really good together. And that's pretty much my card front there. Now I'm just going to add a fun foam onto the back of my card front, just to give it a little dimension. And then I'm going to add a chocolate brown frame around the card front base. I don't know what it's called. Here's another one of my must-have items, this score tape. It's a really, really good double-sided tape. Comes on a really big roll. And I'm going to add just an extra strip there to go behind my twine so that it doesn't move around. You could also use the Scotch double-sided foam tape, I guess it's called, if you didn't want to use the fun foam. I just like using the fun foam because then it covers the whole back and it doesn't get ruined when you mail it. I had a card that came back absolutely destroyed. I had the Scotch foam adhesive on the back, and you could tell exactly where I didn't cover the whole back, so you could tell where the spots were that I didn't have the tape. It was horrible. My card was destroyed. I'll never do that again. Anyway, my card base here is the Nina Desert Storm 100-pound cardstock. That's all I ever use is the Nina cardstock for my card bases. And here's a quick lesson on how to change your ATG if you needed to know. I don't know, I guess I could have edited this part out, but maybe you want to know how to load your tape gun. Took me a while to figure this one out. Not this time, but when I first got it, I had to watch a video on how to do it for the first couple months I had it. It's pretty easy now though, once you get the hang of it. I always use this to put on my card fronts. Don't know why. It's a really good, strong tape. I guess that's why. I kind of went overkill on it, but I wanted it to hold my card front really good. It was kind of a little bit heavy. All right, now I'm just going to add in the inside. I like to put the white on the inside so it's easier for people to write on. And that's pretty much my card. I hope you like this video. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And I promise I'm going to try to work out all the kinks. So if you hang in there with me and click on the like button, I would appreciate it. And if you like my videos, please click on the subscribe button. Then I know to do more videos like this. And if you have any suggestions or advice or any other videos you want to see, please put them in the comments below. I love to read you guys' comments. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one.